First of all, thank you for the pleasure of presenting my daughter, Deborah Moore, born and bred in New York City, who saw its possibilities as material for a historian all around her, she saw, and recorded it with verve and enthusiasm. Deborah deserves the Jewish Cultural Achievement Award for her books as well as her other activities. The book suggests the breadth of her interests from her early At Home in America to her co-edited 2-volume work with her dear friend of blessed memory, Paula Hyman, Jewish Women in America, to her study of her father's gang of Jewish boys and the different cultures they came from, expanding into G.I. Jews, to her more recently edited study of New York City, the 3-volume City of Promises, A History of the Jews of New York, that also includes, very interestingly, a visual essay in each volume highlighting some of the major cultural and artistic treasures of each period. She has also co-edited Volume 10 of the Posen Library of Jewish Culture and Civilization with Norit Gertz, an Israeli, and earlier co-edited with Howard B. Rock, Cityscapes, A History of New York in Images. As well as her many publications and her initiative as director of the program of Advanced Judaic Studies at the University of Michigan, Deborah has been a moving spirit at West End Synagogue, where she has also spoken and run a seminar for the congregants and any outsiders who wish to attend. Her work at Vassar College, where she was professor of religion, included initiating a program of Jewish studies, as well as advising students on topics to research. Somehow in her life, as well as going to school, she also managed to include Hebrew high school and dance. A graduate of music and art, she has imbibed art's subtleties. Brandeis University, too, figures strongly in her background. There, as an undergraduate, she was a member of the Israeli dance group. But more importantly, she met the love of her life, MacDonald Moore, her wonderful husband, who gave her the extraordinary support to grow. This is a brief glimpse of Deborah. Thank you.
It's really wonderful to have one's mother give one this award. And I must admit, I think we're really lucky because we have to actually have 4 generations here tonight. So it's a very New York event. Growing up in mid-20th century New York City could open up access to incredible riches of a world capital city and to a wealth of Jewish cultural choices staggering in their diversity. New York's history flourished literally beneath one's feet. I received an early lesson in the marriage of art and history on a 3rd grade class trip to do rubbings of manhole covers. We learned simultaneously about the city's infrastructure and the beauty of design in ordinary objects. Jewishness was also interwoven into the urban fabric. Family life wedded itself to the city's tastes and followed the Jewish calendar's rhythms. I became a city girl, a champion of urban life and its many ways of being Jewish. Although I was not aware of the National Foundation for Jewish Culture, as it was then called, until I applied for one of its fabled dissertation fellowships, I sampled Israeli dance at the 92nd Street Y and learned from such impressive scholars as historian Yosef Yerushalmi and sociologist Paul Ritterband at Hebrew High School. Later, Mac and I embraced New York to nourish our sons, Mordechai and Michael. These experiences all suggest why this award means so much to me. My scholarly career in Jewish studies has grown adventitiously from my family roots in New York. I have tried to provide those who entered the field opportunities to savor its rich diversity and intellectual possibilities. Inspired by this dynamic urban world of exhilarating challenges, I fashioned interdisciplinary conversations to stimulate new ways of thinking about Jews and Jewish culture. My scholarship sought to experiment with topics, press provocative arguments, stretch boundaries beyond what had been written, and confront the salient questions. No area offered greater freedom and challenge than American Jewish history. This academic enterprise was still young when I signed on. It has been a great voyage. Tonight's honor confirms the value of that choice. It celebrates the importance of New York Jewish culture's role in shaping Jewish studies in the United States. So thank you.